Wait. Oh, where's my chain? Where's my chain? No. Oh. I guess I gotta do this video without my chain. Jesus. Yo, what's up? It is Chris, and today I'll be reviewing the Pocket 4K. I'm using it to record right now, so can't really show it. What is that in the back? Ah, can you see me? Today I'll be reviewing the Pocket 4K from a filmmaker standpoint. And when I say filmmaker, I mean an actual filmmaker. There's a lot of people on YouTube that call themselves filmmakers, and they're not filmmakers. And you know what? I don't get why do people have these cinematic style lightings. I guess it makes the video look cool, I guess. I don't know. Whatever, I did it because I'm a follower. So let me say this. The cons I'm about to say are not actually cons because that's how a cinema camera works. Why does it work like that? It's just how it works. This is how cinema cameras are. So the first con will be battery life, right? Well, it's a LPE6 battery. Blackmagic even took out the bottom. However, Blackmagic did come out with alternative solution. Hey, there's a bottom piece that they coming out with that you could stick like 4 LPE6 batteries. So that's like between 2 to 4 hours of runtime right there. So problem solved. But battery life, not that great. It's like 30 minutes. But then again, there are other solutions out there. You got V-mount battery. You got, oh shit, no. Whew. Okay, this is why you don't stick a camera on a monopod. You got Sony NPF. You got V-mounts. Right now, I'm using a Sony NPF battery, which can last about 2 hours. So I got an NPF battery on there with the small HE 501. I got an LPE6 to NPF adapter on top of it. If I have, there's a lot of monitors out there that have NPF batteries. They use NPF batteries, so you can use that. Problem solved with the battery. However, if you own a gimbal, you can take the gimbal and you can power the camera like that. I heard, like, I think the Moza Air 2, or one of those motherfuckers, can power the camera for like 4 hours. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. That's what I heard. But you have that. Tilta made a handle. You could charge the camera with the handle. There's a lot of ways you could power this camera. So battery life, it's a con for the batteries they give, but it's an easy fix. And then again, if you took like a Red or Ursa and you stuck an LP6 battery into that, it's going to die quick too. I mean, this camera takes up 14 watt hours and the batteries are not even, that's why it lasts not that long, you know? Because this battery takes up more freaking energy than those batteries can actually give in an hour. Whatever. I guess one con would be battery life, but sort of the screen. Screen doesn't flip out. Now, I'm not talking about vlogs. I'm talking about just shooting stuff. I was on a film shoot in the winter, and you know how like it gets cold outside and the ground gets cold? The ground was cold. I had to get in this uncomfortable position like this, sitting on the ground. I had to get a low angle shot and rack focus, right? I had to rack focus between them talking. And I couldn't see. Like, I had no monitor with me that day, and I could not see worth shit. So when I was rack focusing, I don't know what I was rack focusing, my neck was hurting, and it was just disaster, right? So if they had an articulated screen that tilts, that'd be great, right? Is it a con? Yeah, but it's an easy fix. I got a monitor. I have a cage for it, and I got the small rig, articulating back and forth thing for it. I had a Red Raven, and I like the way they screens were. I'm like, hey, that'd be kind of cool if I had that on a Pocket 4K. And you know, now I can see, I can go up and down just for different angles. And if I want to do this, if I want to film myself, since I don't got a regular camera, I just get a cinema camera, then I can just switch it, tighten it up, and then bam. Woo, I'm seeing myself. This is not a vlogging camera, all right? This is a cinema camera for cinema, for movies, for films. Please do not vlog with this camera. Thank you. But those, honestly, the only cons for me, right? Because everything else is the easy fix. Something like, oh, CFast cards. Well, use the goddamn T5, the Samsung T5 SSD. There's a lot of options. Hell, now you can use an SD card for RAW. So, yeah, CFast, like CFast too. CFast, I don't have a joke. I thought I did. So let's go to the pros. because I am professional. No. Low light. This camera is honestly great in low light, but on film terms, it doesn't really matter. You want to know why? Because we have lights. Now, I can understand someone like, I be seeing in the comments like, what if I'm in a run and gun situation? How many times are you in a run and gun situation when you can't set up lights? I mean, I understand that time is money and then you have to hurry up and get out of there. Totally get that. But come on, bro. Set up some lights. Or what if I'm in a documentary? I mean, unless you're trying to visit ghosts, why can't you set up lights in a documentary? There are certain situations, like I said, that I understand that you can't set up lights. But for the most part, you should be able to set up lights. However, if you shoot at night and if you need to go to 1250 or 1600 or, oh by God, 2000, this camera allows you to do it. I do not recommend going up to 3200 if there's barely any lights, because 3200 is terrible. But then again, if you're going up to 3200, please check your lighting. Add light first. Before you touch anything on the camera, add light or take away light if you can that's how you're supposed to actually expose the cinema camera. It's by lights. And if you, let me do this. That's a little better. If you don't set up your lights, your scene won't look cinematic, because that's one of the biggest parts. And people are like, oh, let me just throw some lights up and boost up my ISO. Oh, nah, that's not how you do it. Kodak. This camera costs $1,300. No camera, no manufacturer is doing what Blackmagic is doing at this price point. $1,300. You get ProRes 422 10-bit, and you get 12-bit 444 RAW. Bro, you get 12-bit 444 RAW. What camera manufacturer is doing that? The closest thing that's in this price range is the GH5, and hell, you get fucking what is it? You get, I think internally it might be 8-bit 420. I don't know, some bullshit, but it's not as good as the Blackmagic. For one, it is compressed H.26 fucking 4 compressed. This gives you ProRes. Come on, bro. Come on, it's ProRes. You ain't gonna find no camera out there that does that. The Red Raven costs $9,000. The closest to ProRes they give you is a proxy freaking file. And that's just a redundancy, just in case if they red file fails. Come on. I mean, they got RAW, but what happens if I just want to shoot ProRes? He don't get ProRes, bro. The Blackmagic does $1,300. Red Raven, $9,000. C200. I had the C200. Bro, this shit gives you 8-bit 420. I mean, it's not bad, but hell, come on. It's 8-bit 420 for between $5,000 and $7,000 freaking dollars. This 1300 10-bit 422 ProRes, right? The C200 has internal RAW. Yeah. Is it great? Yeah. Is it slow as hell? Yeah. Blackmagic RAW is fast as fuck. Come on. Blackmagic RAW, 12-bit 444. You can use SD cards. $1,300. What else do you need? This should be no competition of what cinema camera you need to get. Oh, it doesn't have an articulating screen. Kodak wise, this is a no-brainer. Size, this camera is small, but it's a cinema camera, so you're gonna need to build it out. Honestly, the only thing you need is a lens, a monitor, card, or something to read the information, and a microphone. Honestly, that's it. And some lights, but camera-wise, that's all you need. Hey, if you wanna have a shoulder mount, go ahead, plop it on your shoulder. And be my guest. I don't give a fuck, but that's all you need. You have cameras that can weigh up to 40 pounds. The Ari Alexa. Oh, let me talk about the LF. That shit could be fucking heavy. Come on, bro. Come on. $1,300, small size. Come on. Internal mic. Woo! Cinema cameras and just cameras in general. Onboard mics suck ass. Who I'm looking at? I don't know. Do I look in the lens? Whatever. This one still suck ass because it's an onboard mic, but my God, is it far better than anything I heard. It's low as fuck, but it's, if it was higher, if it can record, if the if the mic sensitivity was a little bit more better, it'll still be terrible, but the internal mic, onboard mic is so fucking good. It sucks because it's an onboard mic, but for an onboard mic, it's Sounds like I'm really like fanboying over this camera, but this camera is amazing. For the price, for what it can do, there is no camera right now, if it's not a Blackmagic camera, at this price point that does what this does. And if a camera can do 10-bit 422 or something like that, it's compressed H.264. It's not ProRes. It's not RAW. There's no camera in this price point that can do RAW. You don't have to shoot RAW, but RAW is handy. It's handy, but you don't need it. If you want to, you can shoot H.264. There's nothing wrong with that codec, but it is compressed, so you might not get much. When it comes to cinema, you want to have as much control as you possibly can. If this camera is not up your alley, it's totally fine, because every camera has a con. You know, every camera has pros, but there is limitations on cameras. Every camera has a limitation. Alexa has limitations. Red has limitations. Canon, the dumbass flagship C700 has limitations. The Sony F55 has limitations. Every cinema camera has limitations, but it's up to the DP to, you know, bob and weave between those kinds, and that's what makes a DP. At the end of the day, if the camera fits the film, use it. If your film calls for an Alexa, use the goddamn camera, all right? If it calls for the Pocket 4K, use the freaking camera. There is no right or wrong camera. The only time if it's a wrong camera is if it does not convey the emotion. I heard Red cameras are more grungy. RE cameras are more soft.